Welcome and welcome back everybody to exactly where I was standing last time. I wanted to get back to main quest because it seems like there's just a lot of things that I need to unlock. And of course, here's another rumor. It's nice that they show up at the same places every time, actually. But yeah, seems like there's so much stuff that's just still locked behind the main quests. So I'm gonna keep going ahead on that. So here we are in the ruins of Las Vegas. And we need to find a way underground so we can start looking for Poseidon. Oh.
Poseidon's doing?
Out of what building?
I better check it out.
Oh, the one right in front of me.
Part ways with this machine for now.
What this? Nice, free stuff. Get that quest out of my face. Not doing that right now. Huh. Bolt blaster. I already have one though, and it's really good. Tower of Tears. That's a dramatic name.
That door!
Nothing here.
Looks like another Oseram crew. Is there a door anywhere? The last freaking place I go? Yep.
Looks like there's...
Come on. I almost had him. I was so close.
Huh?
To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Moreland, it's over.
Well, not for me, it's not.
Then you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Huh?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norse spear maiden appeared.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I did not...
typical Delvers.
What? Why is this
That's
guy
for sure.
narrating everything with freaking poetry or whatever? And this guy looks
What's this?
permanently
I
surprised.
diving bubble. This is the Mark 1. The Mark 2 was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a
Compressed air capsule. Hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here.
The exact thing I was looking for is what's happening here, because there's so many things underwater that I
got
haven't
an
been
name?
able to get to.
Hey, Lloyd.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
Should have done this freaking 5
Come on.
episodes ago.
We got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
No. No. You can chill out,
What's
but
so
also
important
no.
down there that you'd risk your life?
Well...
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage, okay? Whatever you find below is yours.
Well, all right. Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense.
I would also
I like it. Behold,
press X to doubt.
an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Well, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us
hologram
are
projector.
full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. Just as my old Gramps promised me.
How did your grandfather discover these embers?
He was here 40-odd years ago. He was one of the first to lead a delving party into the West. He discovered the ancient city around us, plumbed the depths of this very structure. He found the hollow underneath and the glowing embers all about. He took as many as he could and brought them home. He always wanted to come back and get more, but, well, he never scraped up the shards. What he really wanted to do was use the embers to put on a show, one unlike the world has ever seen.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was a true delver and a true showman, and I miss him. But I will do him proud. I will gather the embers and put on a spectacle that would have amazed even him. With your help, of course.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow my old Gramps' footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy to...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, and games, and coins, and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good. But then, something went wrong. The images turned nautical. Waves went through them, even fish. It was like a strange underwater dream.
Poseidon's dream.
Yes. Well, suddenly there was this terrible rushing sound, and then an explosion of water erupted from the floor.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built the diving bubbles Mark 1 and Mark 2.
That is such an out-of-place reference.
He drowned both times. Abbott Dunn's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
You
Maybe
mean
I can help.
barely out of?
Maybe you can.
I'd better get after those parts.
Yes.
There's a fully
Which I am
intact
now
compressed
going
air
to
capsule
get
in Mark
as
II,
fast
but
as
like
possible.
I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
Sick.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Ooh. What's up? Anything?
I thought we were finally going to get away from this place.
I thought you were finally gonna shut up.
Good thing that Aloy showed up.
Built by Moreland,
We'll
maybe.
see.
The longer their sojourn in the desert, the crustier the shard counters move.
Looks like we're gonna drain it eventually. Okay, now up all of the very fast. Right now.
Got the compressed air capsule.
Okay.
I should have all the parts to build this thing now. Better get back to Moreland.
What can I do for you, partner?
I've got
No.
everything I need to build the,
The incredible diving mask.
The diving mask?
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench
Keep
is
saying
all
the same thing. Yes, finally.
Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking for down there?
It's hard to explain. Something that caused a malfunction in the apparatus that controls the old city. I think it started the flood.
Well, I thought we started the flood. Like we sprung a trap. I don't know how we were detected. Like I said, the dancing lights around us changed, turned to sea life. There was this flash of red, and the roar of water surging in.
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light from a spot near the grate on the floor where the water burst through. It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks. That might help.
I hope it does. And good luck down there.
Well, I'm not giving this up, so
Okay.
do we just make him a new
Time
one?
to see
Or?
if this thing works.
Oh, yes.
So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here.
Can I use this thing?
Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
Nice.
It started right here, more than 30 years ago. Back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt this cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time. And the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here?
Whoa. All the fishies. What's that?
That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding.
Whoa. That was weird. Just yoinked off to the side.
Shame. There's no way I can fight that thing underwater. I'll have to be careful.
Just gonna tag everything.
This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome.
So what do I do here? Oh, I'm getting reactions to the sonar. And I'm getting very closer to that than I would like.
That must be the red light that Moreland saw when the water rushed in.
What must be the red light?
The door on the other side. That's what Poseidon right there.
Ooh.
I don't think I can get to it without the machine spotting me. I gotta find a way to deal with it first.
Really?
Take a look at that red light I saw earlier. If it was a warning.
What, this?
Maybe it's part of some kind of alarm system.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it is over here. I just had to trigger the thing first.
Alert. Critical flooding detected.
You think?
Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first.
And those are where?
According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here.
Ah, yes. Because I know what south is down here.
Swim around them.
It's a good thing the focus gives me a compass.
Frost won't help. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node.
No, 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 no. Absolutely not.
There must be a these tunnels down here. An entire city.
Scary not being able to fight anything. Whoa.
There. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node.
I don't wanna though. The things are scary. You don't see anything. Turn the heck around. No, you were supposed to turn around and leave. There you go.
Another access point. Should get me to the second node.
Ooh. Why did you stop? Keep going. Down. Don't like this.
Just shut down the secondary node. No more water for the fountains. No more shows. No one left to appreciate them anyway. I'll never forget the city's grand reopening. The fountains had been bone dry for years. No one believed they'd ever return. So, as the first bloom arced up in the dome, the music swelling, my heart soared right along with it. The city gave me a second chance once. Now it had one too.
Let's see if that helped.
Whoa! We're draining the water, yeah!
Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. It looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. Okay, let's see where this leads.
Anything that's away from that stuff. Nice. I can upgrade that bow now.
I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge.
Nice. No, stop. Open the box. There we go.
I can grab these from my stash later.
Did I go the wrong way? No, but I do want to see what that is. Oh, not sure I can from here. Well, I can look at least. Yeah, I don't think so. Nope. Nope. I'll take the hint. I'm leaving. Oh, maybe through the other door that's right in front of my face. More medicine. That's not foreboding at all. Back down here. There we go. There we go.
Promising. There should be a console in here.
System shutdown's almost done. Only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever. At least I won't be around to see it destroyed.
Time to dry this place
The
out.
Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Chen was one of them. The Zenith. But he did so much for this place. He doesn't sound like the others.
I guess we'll see if he's still there. Whoa. Why are the cars floating? That doesn't make sense. Hi.
That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door.
Eee.
So,
Nice.
the purge didn't get rid of all of the water.
What
Okay.
do I have to do with this thing?
Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Oh. Come on, man. Okay, so it didn't do anything just yet.
Was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get the embers with that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld
What
the
is with
beast,
this guy?
They knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now.
I think all of you are.
Saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
It's the freaking. Oh. It's Nessie. You're in the wrong country, though. Why are you immediately jumping into the area?
Places, fellas.
I need to scan that first. Indestructible. Struck and killed. Struck and killed. Indestructible. Intact. Intact. Great. Oh my goodness. Okay. Want shock ammo for this. After detaching all this crap. Ow. Okay, now's I'd say I'm engaged now. We can start shooting. Ow. No. I'm right by the tail, but I ran out of ammo. Ooh. Get up. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Can you dodge anything, Aloy? Ugh. No. Ah, and you miss. Are you kidding me? Why is it empty? Oh, that was it. All right.
Aloy! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You did it!
You guys all right?
More than all right.
Yeah, of course they are. They didn't do anything.
We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's
And
all thanks to you.
that's weird.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling.
Well, he said a
But
normal
we should
sentence.
probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. Well, we'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks.
And now I'm standing in it. Okay. Alright. Wonder what it's gonna look like outside.
Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it.
Whoa.
There. I
Huge
should be
computer
able to
room.
use that console.
I can't do it. I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again.
Hey, that's me.
Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right. I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia.
Yes. Mother, all waters lead back to her.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
Oh, I can't jump up the computers. Lame.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system.
Ooh. What's that gonna do?
Moreland and crew must
Whoa.
have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry, I bet. A rush of air.
Yoink. What? Why didn't you do it? There we go. Wow. This place looks really cool. Is this what actual Vegas looks like? If you couldn't tell, I've never been there. I've driven past it. Ooh, that didn't work. Okay. Cool.
Looks like that elevator I found earlier. Maybe I can catch a ride instead of climbing back up.
Yay.
What's going on out there?
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole city.
Whoa.
Oh, the show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
Dude. That is sick.
His dream
I want one of
realized.
those.
His old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
But we don't need a narrator, dude.
When I saw the
I'm
embers as a
looking
child,
at it.
I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Well, come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Oh, great.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh?
So we're just
I am
turning
hoping
Vegas
it can happen.
right back into Vegas.
Goodbye, John.
Great. That was
This
cute.
delve was a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But with all the ruins
Yes.
here, might want to look around before I head back. And with my new diving mask, I can swim as deep as I need to. Like at those deep water sites I found earlier.
Well, there's a green shine slab right next to the base. Might have to take a look. If I can get up there.
Looks like Zoe started a garden out here.
Oh, nice. Out in the snow. Hope none of those plants are too fragile.
Snow crunch under my boots.
Definitely not supposed to be getting up this way, but I'm doing it, so heck the rules. There you are. Yes! Ooh. That was a little closer than I intended.
Whoever replaced parchment for this.
Well, first they did paper, and then hard screens,
Welcome back, Aloy.
and then these.
I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Correct. So Poseidon refers to Gaia as mother. Does that mean we're siblings? Ah, pretty.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
You don't need to talk to my
Got it.
focus. You're right in front of me.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Fair.
Give her time.
I mean, yeah, she just barely escaped people that she's been held by her entire life, that she's like fully traumatized by.
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths, at their core, have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with
I guess you could say
odds of
that.
extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Feral Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education.
Dang, that was quick.
Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
I guess I should get going.
As you say, be well, Aloy.
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning.
Hey, thanks, Gaia, for unlocking the door, but it looks like it's jammed, so I'm just gonna... Yeah.
I wonder where this leads.
Ooh.
Power cells? Huh.
Yeah. But where to put you?
That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
And what about this one?
I better keep this down here.
Okay.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big...
Oh, hey.
She found that recording from the data on your focus.
The first
She's been
thing.
watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher.
Oh yeah, one of those.
On how to open up a new virtual space.
What?
When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things? I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is! When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them. Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
What the heck?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Especially now that I got that diving mask. Well, oh, every time so pretty. Sure, let's head towards Demeter.
The snow brought the chill.
Road trip. Demeter's spot is in a totally unexplored part of the map, so I'm gonna head to the Tallneck first. What is this? Is this the other clan?
Quite a move, Outlander.
Thanks.
Outlander.
There walks the Outlander who embarrassed
May I have a word?
Sure.
I'm Ikuta. You're Aloy, right?
That was 5 words.
I heard how you drove Regala from the King route. I thought maybe you could help me, and the village. And the forest to the west, our people have always found good salvage from shell walkers and clamberjaw piles, but now killer machines stalk the area. Claw striders, for certain. And I've heard rumors of something worse. In years past, I would have asked Marshal
spiky whatever thing
Chikata to help me clear out the threat, but he was killed at Barren Light. Now I'm alone, and there aren't enough seasoned soldiers here to help. What do you say? You up for a hunt?
I just might be.
Strange. Chikata used to use those same words in the same way. A good omen, I suppose. All right, meet me at the edge of the forest, west of here. We'll hunt together. I'll be glad for the company.
I will do that later. Whoa.
Another tallneck.
That's cool.
Sounds like a tallneck's nearby.
Yeah, maybe the one that we just found. Oh, and there's other stuff too. Great. That's what I was really hoping for. What are you looking at?
Fire's wasted on that machine. A low-land settlement. Looks abandoned. But not enough to get me on that tallneck. If I can find a way to the top.
Alright, how do I get up? What? Oh, of course.
overland settlement. Looks abandoned. But rare enough to get me on that tallneck. If I can find a way to the top.
Okay. Ow. Where are you? Oh. Okay, it just releases on its own if you wait too long. Good to know. Ow. That's stupid. Wrong button.
I am the Master Commander!
I should be able to get up there. I need to get to that platform. Just gotta find a way. I might be able to glide over to those trees. Climb my way up to the platform. Shield wings holding up? There we go.
Nice. There was not that many rungs rolled up in there. Well, hold on. What's all this stuff I didn't pick up?
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Where was I? Finding higher ground. Okay, I need to get up to top of that tallneck.
Oh. Forgot to talk. That was much focus.
There has to be something that can help me climb higher.
Yeah, but loot.
Maybe my focus will show me
Now
something.
find the higher up ground.
that rope leads to another platform. Might be good to check it out. A ladder.
There we go. After I get more loot.
And where do you lead?
Oh. Tower probably had stuff in it. Nice. Oh. If I fell off without getting that ladder.
Gliding in.
Nice. No. Yeah, there we go. This is where I already was. There's another one still? Oh my gosh, get out of the roots. Oh, this goes higher up. Nice.
All right. I should be able to find a spot to jump onto that tallneck from here.
Or I could if it wasn't all the way across the thing again. It's taking a lot longer than I expected it would. How is my timing this bad? Like 4 times in a row. Oh, okay, I thought I was about to miss.
That's better.
Here we go.
All right. Almost done.
Ow, my ears. There we go.
Good. Got the data.
Nice. All right. Finally. It was a lot of work, but we got it. I think that... Oh! Okay. I think that'll finish us off for today. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe and stuff if you like the videos. It really is helpful for me. But yeah, looking forward to the next one because we'll be headed off to Demeter. And just like the tallneck going around, going bye-bye, I'll see you next time, friends.